Space, the final frontier. These are the voyagers of the starship MOP. Its continuum mission: to burn strange new worlds, to kill all life and destroy civilizations, to boldly go where all man has gone before. I am PANCZASU, the mighty mix spammer, and this was an epic intro, wasn't it? Maybe it wasn't, but I thought I would make this kind of thingy. It was on top of my head, so I just kinda made it. I think it sounded cool. So anyway, yeah, we are back with Siafu. My jaw is in a decent condition, so I guess we are good to go and go ahead and make a video. And that was a little bit worse start than the start before the start, whatever. Let's stop babbling around. I did set production of a couple of my systems before starting the cast, just to get this out of the way. For example, I did go for Interplanetary Transport Network on PANCZASU because, yeah, I want more production and this is gonna give it to me. And actually, let us have a quick check at the production. Yeah, my home system stood the best, which is rarely the case, but apparently this time it actually is. And PANCZASU is the second best in terms of industry, which is good because now I set the Interplanetary Transport Network and I'll be able to use it to great effect. I hope. Also, I am currently losing dust, but I'll take care of that later, after I kill people. Because there are people to kill, so let us kill them. I'm not gonna send my mob anywhere just yet, because to be quite honest, I would rather not lose it for no apparent reason, and save it until I have like 3 or 4 of them in a single fleet, and then send them out to kill all life. As simple as that. I can hold on with killing. I am a patient guy and only kill when necessary. And sorry, I have to reposition my microphone just a little bit. Okay, now that's better. A little bit. Well, now I cannot say anything because my microphone is the way, but it has been like this for a while now, so I guess I'll have to deal with this. Enemy has Adeons. Actually, oh, no. I did not. Okay, what do they have? I forgot that I need to do some. Okay, they have missiles and beams. That is bad. I did go for the proper counter to that, the best one I have, aka a short circuit, but I ain't gonna lose 2 gifts, possibly 3. Unfortunately, it might very well be 3, but well, yeah, there isn't really much I can do about it. I am going obviously for nano persistence in medium and melee phase to fix any damage on surviving ships, but it is gonna hit. Wait a second, what? Oh no! Oh didn't have enough time to change anything. So apparently they have flak, don't they? They totally do. Meaning my rockets are almost completely ineffective against them, while their rockets are very effective against my ships because they have only shields and no flak. Well, some of them have flak, and yeah, I couldn't change my mind, make up my mind, could I? Unfortunately, the enemy does prefer to go for tech switch or every now and again, and oh, I should go for this again. Okay, now, maybe, just maybe I'll be able to kill them both, but so far it has been going less than optimal, let me tell you that. Okay, so the old ships have missiles and flak, the new ones have beams and flak. Let's hope that they will stick to the beams, because that's what I'm focused on, the shields. If they change it, it's gonna be bad. Then again, I do have mobs in development already, don't I? So, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to set the sound to the proper volume. And a draw, come on. It's insulting to my proudness thingy. How do you call it? Proudness thingy? Honor? I don't really remember. 999.10, that's not a lot at all. Yeah, it is. I do have to do something about that. Unfortunately, this battle really did not go the way I hoped for it to go. But then again, I do have this bad boy that I'm going to disband. I just had him selected for the intro. I will have 2 more coming in this time, and this will be very, very nice indeed. Let me double check what this guy has. He's got everything I could desire. That's really nice. The enemy does have flag, but 20 rockets is 20 rockets. Now, is my tech set up? Yes, it is. Queued up, I mean. Which is all nice and dandy. Let us end the time, and guess what? I still have my juice, and it's cold. Oh yes, let me drink it, let me drink it, let me drink it. So nice. And seriously, a defender? You think you can win against me with a defender? Which has no flak? Well, you're gonna lose that defender, buddy, I have to tell you that. I mean, yeah, I guess I'm going to lose my gift as well. I mean, it did seem to have a lot of beams. Yeah, it definitely does. Oh, but I have barrier. So how about that? Maybe if my barrier counter, if he goes for sabotage, then my barrier will be even more effective, and I will actually not take any damage, most likely, would be great. But I don't think this will be the case, unfortunately. No, it just worked rather than have increased efficiency, which is good, you know. Maybe, just maybe I'll survive this battle, but I'm not really counting on it. I'm not banking on it at all. I accepted the fact that I am most likely going to lose my gift. Which is sad, considering that Christmas is coming and stuff like that. And I'm not gonna have my gift. I'm sorry. But, oh, this went surprisingly well. And of course, they countered my non-repair systems, but I could care less. This ship is pretty much dead already. It is old in design and everything counters it except for Defender 9. So I have no idea what was the deal with this guy. He was clearly out of place. Yeah, this guy is clearly not out of place, let me tell you that. His rockets are gonna kill me, no questions asked. So the only thing I could care for is that my rockets to deal as much damage as possible. So obviously I'm gonna go for adaptive strategy, and then in case I somehow miraculously survive, which is another word, but I don't care, then I'm gonna go for non-repair systems. But as I said, I'm not gonna survive. And I just realized I am speaking too quickly again. And it seems like we both have the same idea, which is great, because it not only increases your damage, it also decreases your defense, which means that my rockets just have a small, slight chance that they might go past the enemy's flag and actually hit the enemy ship and destroy it, which would be great. So here we go. Oh, 9 HP. Wow. Wow. Amoebas, you dead, son? You dead. And I just called an entire species son because I rule like this. But seriously, my gifts are awesome, and they still will take it. I had a 99/10 to invade anything. But at least they are making sure that the enemy does not recover at all from this assault. I mean, yes, my progress in terms of capturing the system does not increase, but if I were to not try to capture the enemy's, not ownership, but the enemy would be less close to losing the system. It doesn't make a lot of sense grammatically, but I think you get what I tried to say. I hope at least. Okay, where is this hero? How is the private? He's my main guy, isn't he? On trash can? Yeah, he isn't in trash can. That's good. Okay, so I could go for civil engineer, giving me plus 15 industry on a system. That's nice, don't get me wrong, especially early game, and it still is early game, but I look at things on a grander scale of things, and rather than just have a flat-out boost to industry or food on top, so I'll just rather have a boost, a percentage-based boost to industry and maybe food. So I'm just gonna go straight past into Director 3, which is gonna give me access to some kind of really nice upgrade that I do not remember the name of, but needless to say, it will allow me to spam industry. Like literally, spam it. Anyway, let's send a group of mobs. It sounds weird when you said a plural. Mobs? Whatever, mob sounds more like... Mob sounds... how to call it? It's... it might be a little bit of a pun, but mob sounds like a word that a mob would use a lot. I mean... Yes, it's not what I was going for, it's more of a case of, yeah, I'm gonna shoot you in the face so hard people will have to clean you up with a mop. Or something like that, I don't know, I know I'm talking stuff that is completely crazy, but... Oh, by the way, I am going to go for Siafu satellites. Reason why? I do want and hope I will be able to get this thing within my sphere of influence. Why, Pancake? It's not like anybody is gonna take it from you, and even if you're not gonna care about it because it's a tiny desert with mineral pool, well, yes, but as far as I'm concerned, right now this system is a potential part spawner, and parts can be very scary. And I'm pretty sure, not 100% sure, but I think that if a system is in your sphere of influence, parts cannot spawn there. So I'm gonna try and expand my sphere of influence because obviously I do not want to colonize Sicily at all. I mean, why would I? It's useless, like literally completely useless. How is my hero doing? He is 40% injured and he doesn't cost a lot to heal. Oh no, that's upkeep, not healing cost. Okay, then let's deter that because there isn't a lot that we could otherwise. And that was a very weird voice, which happens all the time with my cast. I just do this array of weird voices and bad English and stuff like that. And I guess some people like it. I mean, literally, some people like it, I know it for a fact, which is great for a person like me because it means I get more ad revenue. See what I did there? You might not. Well, it's basically what TB always says, and give me a second, I'm trying to think. What? Minus 50% locus points on planet quality? So it means if I get this research, then some of the locus points get reset and the planet gets boosted, aka improved for a longer time? I don't know, but if this is the case, yes, please. Also, what else do I want? I want better ships. But I also want more ship construction availability, if that is a sentence you can make. It is not, by the way. And improved thermodynamics might be decent-ish, as would be adaptive colonies, but I'm not really into that, am I? No, I am not. I could get that. It would give me more warp movement speed on Empire, which only goes into effect when you move without using a cosmic string or wormhole. But I don't really need that as well, so I'd rather... Oh, actually, you know what? Gravity manipulations. Because this gives you access to planetary institute. It's an insanely cheap improvement that gives you so much benefit. It always gives you benefit, which is even better. And it's amazing for new systems that, for example, you just colonized or maybe just conquered. Because you can get it... almost always you can get it within a single turn or two, and it gives you a really nice boost for a styling system. It is a great thing to have. And in the late game, it's still some kind of improvement, isn't it? Okay, after that, I think I'm gonna go for... Maybe this would be good, this one would be really awesome as well, but for now, I'm just gonna go for a better... You know what? Lasers would be cool too. Everything would be cool! Come on, self! Make up your mind and decide on something. You know what? I'll go the middle of the tree, because this will give me access later on to all other branches. Whilst going part of the tree would maybe not allow me to get rockets or beam or shields, I mean. So yeah, I think that's a decent idea. Let's go for better rockets. Fusion batteries. Okay, so that's for the science. That's for the mobs. I have more of them incoming, which is very nice. So 2 go there. 2 additional, actually, I can only have 9 ships at a time, so there is 6 already, and there's 4, so that's 10, that's a little bit too much. So how about we send mobs, then again, I do remember that there's a welcoming committee in Sabo. So I'm gonna send my mobs to Artemis and change my research to get more command points as quickly as possible. So yes, I do want accelerated yields, and actually to use it I would need to get adaptive colonies as well, wouldn't I? So first, because I'm military oriented faction, let's first go rush for the quantum swarming, because it will be awesome. It also sounds awesome, wow. Then go for the adaptive colonies to be able to get the moon survey, and after that we can go for accelerated yields, and only then we will care about the rockets. Whew. That took a while. Now, how are we doing dust vials? Not so hot, and I love this track. Here you go! Oh yeah, I'm gonna boost it, baby. I'm gonna boost it. Oh, I boosted you. That sounded moderately creepy. Anyway, let's make some more maps, because, hey, why not? Is there any system I can colonize? Yeah, I forgot. Sorry. And anything else that I really care about? Not really here. I will get more dust, however. Then again, maybe more mobs would be a better idea. Yeah. This system, however, yeah, keep doing what you're doing. I like what is set over here. Yeah, everything is decent, I guess. Can I increase the tax rate? I could. Do I want to? Well, people at Pixis would be unhappy, but I'll still make interplanetary transport network in a single turn. And this would make people on Hideos on strike. I don't want this to happen. So I'm just gonna go for this. I do not gain nor lose any dust, which is fine by me. And let us end the turn, shall we? I do remember just vaguely that some long time ago I was discussing about ad revenue and stuff. By the way, I just recently checked it. I already owned, and 18 euros. Yeah, take that. It only took me half a year. I'm definitely getting there. Because, you know, if you are getting ad revenue, the only way for you to get it, as in, you know, use this money to anything, you have to reach 70 euros mark. Still quite a long way there. I could care less. I cannot do this as an experiment. And also, I have this little thing going on the back of my head. This desire or dream, you might call it. That as soon, if I ever am to get into 70 euros, and get the money and be able to use it. You know what I'm gonna do? Well, actually it depends if I'll be still in Poland or in Korea, which is the second option more likely because it will take a while for me to get this many euros on ad revenue. But in Poland, in Korea, I think I would go for some really delicious bulgogi. 70 euros is way more than enough for really nice bulgogi, which, if you do not know, is really tasty meat. I guess that's the easiest way to call it. I could explain it for a much longer time, but it's just really awesome. You can Google it. How are you gonna Google it if you do not know how to write it? I could write it somewhere for you. Okay, I'm gonna do this. Be right back. Alright, I have returned, and this is how you write bulgogi. This is how you... it is English translation, not really translation, transcription, but in Korean you read it and write it as bulgogi. Bulgogi. I'm not so great when it comes to Korean, unfortunately. I love the language, but it doesn't mean that I'm good at it. But you know the idea. Google it, it's really delicious. I made it for my mom's birthday last year. We both loved it. Yeah. I am kinda decent cook, but this meal is by default amazing and it doesn't take much to prepare a really nice meal for a lot of people and that everybody is going to love, unless they hate meat. But otherwise they're gonna love it. Okay, I can understand because there isn't much else for me to do other than talk about meat. But if I earn the 70 euros while still being in Poland, or maybe visiting Poland or something, then I guess I would go for sushi. And yes, I know what you think, sushi is very expensive and stuff like that. Well, first of all, it is very expensive, but with 70 euros I'm pretty sure you can really go for a really decent sushi and eat it. Because that's usually what you do with sushi, I assume. Eat it, right? Right? Okay, anyway. And yeah, I cannot manage those together, can I? So let's do something like that, do something like that. Everybody is... No, you are not blockading anything. You are, thank you. But there is this sushi place in Warsaw where I know the chef of. And this is a really great thing to know a chef of a restaurant or a sushi bar or whatever, because right now I get a 50% discount over there on sushi, which is kinda big deal considering it's sushi, which is kinda expensive otherwise. I mean, even in Poland where food is way cheaper than anywhere in Europe, I assure you, it's still kinda expensive, but with 50% discount, not so much. And not only that, but this guy, it's just so great whenever I do go for sushi there, because there's nothing else for me to do this turn, is there? Let me check my hero. I don't have the dust for it, and I'll never have. It doesn't look like it anyway. I'll try my best, but yeah. Oh man, PANCZASU is on strike. How did that happen? Well, I do not want it to be on strike. I certainly do not. What happened? Yes, expansion disapproval, overpopulation disapproval. Yeah, that's the overpopulation disapproval that kicked in. There isn't much I can do about it, unfortunately. Also, hostile fauna and high gravity do not really help all that much. No, indeed they do not, unfortunately. Oh well, I'll have to deal with that. Fortunately, I am also getting the undoubted colonies quickly, and maybe there will be... Yes, I will be able to get rid of hostile fauna with that, which is very nice indeed. Anyway, let's end the turn. And as I was talking about the sushi bar, this is also great because this guy, whenever he prepares sushi for me, he knows my taste, right? So I never go and order a specific thing. I just go in there and say I wanna eat, and he's gonna prepare something that I know I'm gonna like because he knows what I like. And Seriously, your navy has been the victim of a long-term, carefully planned act of sabotage. A group of fanatics known as the Thread of Aldebaran rank. Isn't that a Final Fantasy reference? It sounds similar. Led by a megalomaniac who calls himself Justice, well, I call myself Justice, have triggered a series of bombs across your vessels. Such action can only be described as immoderate. No censorship. This is gonna hurt. Doesn't matter all that much because my ships are expendable, but it still is annoying nevertheless. Okay then, let me merge those two fleets together. Wow, so much HP lost. Oh well, and let us fight the defender who's clearly gonna fall to my superior numbers. But I'm still gonna go for manual to make sure that I do not lose too much HP. Now, so not only this guy at the sushi bar knows my taste, so he will always prepare something that I know I'm gonna like. It is also this kind of nice situation when every time he wants to experiment with new sushi, he's gonna give me something that is basically always extraordinarily delicious and something I would never expect to eat in a sushi bar, but it is still sushi. And on top of that, he gives it for free, because it's, you know, experimental thingy. That's amazing! You basically, in the end, by just knowing the chef, I can get sushi, a really big amount of sushi, for like, I don't know, 10% the cost I would have to pay anywhere else, assuming I do get the experimental food per se. So anyway, going back to Endless Space after bragging about my friend who's working at a sushi bar, who's not really my friend, I just know the guy. I did go for barrier, which allowed me to completely soak up all the damage that the enemy has done. Unfortunately, they have countered my non-repair systems again, so no repairs for me, which I was really hoping for, but doesn't really matter all that much at all, because I'm about to capture Artemis, and this will give me access to some pretty crappy planets, but hey, what can you do? Not a lot, can you now? Now, I would love to get somehow... Yeah, I would love to revive my hero, but it's not happening anytime soon, considering I'm losing just rather than gaining it. Okay, deal system. Since you are losing, costing me dust anyway, actually not costing me dust, but you're not as productive as you used to be, I'm gonna go for dust industry into dust conversion. I do like the science, but I'm not the guy who's about science, am I? So let's see, which system has the most potential in terms of population? This has quite a lot, this has even more, and this has a lot. Okay, so this system has the least potential in terms of population. I'm almost done with public-private partnerships, so I might as well leave it in, but then I'll go for industry into dust conversion, and this will be not good enough, but close to it, certainly. I could also go for that. Well, only my Plexus system would suffer, and right now it isn't really constructing anything. It is converting industry into dust, so now it is converting less portion of it into dust because people are on a strike. But overall, I still gain more dust because of this tax change, so I might as well keep it. But I'm still not gonna go any more extreme than that. Okay, even more maps ready, and actually there's one over here, which is very nice. I'll finally be able to kill this annoying little scout, which is, well, annoying me. Auto, thank you, die. And I believe I can prepare my fleet to actually go ahead and capture Sabo as well. So UD says go there. Actually, I should have, in retrospect, sent those mobs over there as well, but I'll deal with that. I'll use all those fleets over here to try and capture Mataraka. Mataraka cha-cha-cha. Sorry, I just felt like it suited this theme, whatever. Okay, actually... You know, the problem with recording a video is that I really want to read all those descriptions, but at the same time I know it is not so great for videos per se, so I can't really do that, and sometimes it's a little bit annoying. I do love making videos, but it has its downsides as well. And then again, if I ever get 70 euros from it, then I guess I'll not be able to complain now, will I? Oh boy. Anyway, dear sir, you have Minister of Propaganda. Does Crown System need it? Because he's on Crown, isn't he? Yes, he is. It doesn't. It might in the future. Let's have a quick look. Shattered Crust, not a problem. Polar Tempests, I am already dealing with that, and I have low gravity as well. So I don't believe I really need a Minister of Propaganda 2 just yet. Instead, I'll just go for Director 3 as soon as possible, that is, because right now I only was able to go for Director 2. For obvious reasons, obviously. Trash can, oops, forgot to set some things up. But oh well, I can do that. Sorry. I can do that now. Hey, don't quit the screen. I didn't tell you to do that. Okay, 3 more mobs. For now, this will be enough. I already have a pretty big fleet. Is it the biggest one? Not even close? Okay then. This puts things in a perspective, doesn't it? So, if my fleet is apparently so pathetically bad, when I expected it to be the absolute best, I'll need to try a little bit harder at killing my enemies, and this fleet does not even stand a chance, Dio says. No, it does not. Hi there, defenders. Oh, I actually already got this upgrade. Forgot to merge the fleets. Oh well, doesn't matter all that much. He's got missiles only, which is suboptimal. He's gonna take down a mob or two. Unless I go for Barrier, which is an amazing early game card. It is still great late game, but especially early game. It is just giving you so much more survivability. And especially if it counters the enemy card, it's even more amazing. Of course, I could also go for... Okay, it didn't counter, but it still did its work. Of course, I could go for Weapon Disruption, which could potentially be a better decision than just go for Barrier now in retrospect. Hindsight is always a little bit painful, isn't it? But I already made a decision like this, and I'll stick to it. And I do not need to care about medium range at all, because there's no way those defenders will survive this volley of rockets. Nope, not a chance. And I didn't take all that much damage anyway, so it's nice. Also, great! My 9% counter take his shot circuit, meaning I was able to heal up completely all ships in this fleet. So this really annoying my faction only event that damaged all my ships can now go away. Thank you, I appreciate it. And come on, get back here. Create, and man, actually, I might as well. Yeah, I know it is a very suboptimal thingy, but oh, I didn't rename it. Sorry. And I know maybe I should rename it to something more threatening, but it's a tradition, is it? Jinsen. The memories. Actually, it has been a while since I had this ginseng drink. That's bad, I liked it. I need to buy it again. Actually, I never did buy it. It was a gift last time I drank it. A gift times few, because I got a few of those bottles. But oh well. Yes, anything that requires my immediate attention doesn't look like it. Pixis really hates my guts, but there isn't much I can do about it. I suddenly got much more dust, which is nice because of the ships I destroyed, but it's still not close enough to me hiring my hero back, unfortunately. Yeah, that is very unfortunate. I do not really care about the other systems though, so I could go ahead and increase the tax rate even further, and actually... No, I do want my trash can to be happy, because then it will be able to pop out more mobs in a short amount of time. Then again, I'm losing so much just because of this. You know what? Okay, I'll go for it one more time, then I'll go just go for dust conversion, because apparently I need dust. Who would have thought? Also, epigenetic crop seeding, I think it might be useful in Crown. Yeah, in the future it will be. As soon as I start cleansing lavas, which will be soon, I'll need more food production, definitely. Okay then, let us end the turn and drink some juice, you guessed it. That's nice. Another random event? Wow, I'm getting a lot of them recently. That's useless. It was a tiny thing, a bit unsecured and encrypted data drifting as part of an endless wreck. However, it has provided significant extension to the range of ship sensor systems and greatly improved local mapping. Try saying this part 3 times faster. Anyway, for 2 times my set radius is way better. Yeah, meanwhile I don't care, because sight radius is possibly the only thing that is useless in endless space. I mean, it really is, isn't it? It does give you some kind of warning if enemy tries to intergalactic travel to one of your systems, but... no, just no. It's not worth it. I'm not sure what is it worth, but what I mean to say is that I could care less about this thingy. I suppose that. Merge those 2 guys together and wait for the end of the turn, because there isn't much I can do. Yep, I would love to get more dust, but well, I will be able to get it from careful sweeping. And I needed to get distributed hives, which is nice. So I might consider going for it. I might. I will see about that in the future. For now, let us end the 10. Dream about having a here one day. Oh, and I didn't change the tax rate. It's too late now because we are on standby. Go on. Come on. Come on. You know you can do it. You know you wanna. There we go. Thank you. Let all my ships finish their movement. Thank you very much. Let us merge them all together, which is not possible, unfortunately. So let's go as close to merging them all together as humanly possible, while taking their movement in the meantime, because apparently I'm bad like this. Whatever. Okay, this fleet is... oh, it's basically maxed out, so I might as well send it. You need Felix to be said officially? Fine then. Is there truly no other way to solve our little disagreement? Truly, this is path of a destructive one. Oh really? It is. That's what it's supposed to be, guys. I have the race that is in it only for the death and destruction because they like it. As simple as that. I do not care about anything else but death of all there is. Simple as that. End of story. I'm Siafu. Everything else is dead. And I will be dead one day as well because that's my goal of sorts. Okay, this system doesn't really need magnetic field generators. I mean, I know it does, but I'm the evil guy who doesn't care about such puny little upgrades, but which sounded a little bit fast and nigerish style. But endothermic sectors, yes, please. I need that. I want that. Okay. Any other systems that are stagnating? Trashcan is, but those are medium or bigger planets, so I cannot do anything about that. Pixis is stagnating, same story, and Hido are already taken care of. Alrighty then. No, not population. Okay, is there... I need to increase my tax rate, but actually right now I do not have to care. As long as people on Kran are content, it's good enough for me. And not unhappy on Trashcan. Okay, this way I do gain a very small portion of dust, but at least I do gain it. I'd rather than lose it. My people hate me, I could care less. They are not supposed to hate, I mean... yeah, they are not supposed to hate, they are only supposed to love killing and destroying, not hate. That's a different thing, actually. As crazy as it may sound, but it is something different. Okay, Artemis is mine. Thank you, dear system, for coming to this right side of the force. Now, to kill even more people and destroy more systems. Hatred. I care so much, amoebas. You puny little tiny ships have no chance against my powerful fleet. A mother that is dead to conquer all there is to conquer, just to destroy it later. Okay, so apparently I did go for all the research I could in this single 10, that is better than I expected. Now, I could go for vacation-oriented society, but so far I do not have nearly enough systems to make a good use of it. Advanced scholastics would be better, but it is so far away. So I'm gonna go for gravity manipulation, and after that I'll go for even bigger fleets. Yay! Also, I didn't notice that that's revenues, and it's amazing. Everybody else gets this thingy right about here. That is a big improvement that the Cravers have, to be able to get revenues and this quickly. I mean, it is only profitable on your biggest systems, but when you do have it, it's so great. And actually, I do have moon exploitation. Do not. Yes, I do have it, and I can actually reduce the hergods. Okay, I would love to read this text, but yet again, I cannot really do that. Also, I do not need food production anymore in the system, so I might as well go for the industry. Oh yeah, and make sure it's on #1 place. Also, where it does give me more food, which I do not care at all. I mean, one day I will when I colonize this asteroid belt, but for now, not really. Then again, I do want to see if this thingy works or not, so I'm gonna go for it on this system, not on any other system, and see how it goes. That said, I am obviously going to explore the moons and get rid of the hostile fauna whenever I can, because hostile fauna, it's a thing. Freitas, no moons, okay. Kran, do you have any moons? Yes, you do, just a single one, but it's better than nothing, is it not? So let's go for it. 2 times before I do discover this moon. I mean, not discover, but check what is on it. I cannot do anything about Kessler Syndrome, unfortunately, but I can explore the moon, which is nice. And last by Balanominis is Artemis. What do you have, dearie? That's a really small planet right there. Anyway, improvements. Do I really want to scrap them? Well, right now I do not need sustainable farms at all. And actually they are giving me very crappy builds. I mean, just... Right now they're giving me +5 food. Then again, if I get rid of this, I am going to actually starve my people to death. So I cannot really get rid of that, can I now? I mean, it's not like I care about my people, but still, let's not go too far. Instead, let's just go for Moon Survey, and not go for this one, because if it does reset your locust point partially, then you do want to save it. At least I think that's what you would want to do, if that was the case. Anyway, okay, science, that's that. What is done? Kran and Hido done some things. Hido sounds Germany, just saying. Okay, you actually might as well match with this gift, so I have a fleet of mobs, and it is a gift to my enemies. So here, have a gift! No fleets to fight me, huh? That's surprisingly enough. Okay, those mobs, actually let's capture the enemy home system as quickly as humanly possible, this would be nice. And also, you know what, I think I would want to have a scout and see the rest of the galaxy. So, do they have a ship designed for the scout? Yes, the Eye of Cthulhu. Oh, Cthulhu, that's how you're supposed to call it, right? Anyway, let's see, I could speed this up. Of course, I'm not gonna do so because I do want to get my hero back one day. So yeah, that's good enough, I'm gonna do the next stand. And since this video is already 35 minutes long, actually a little bit longer than that, I think we are reaching the point where I can end this particular cast. So let me say my outro. It was PANCZASU the Mighty Mix Spammer. If you somehow managed to enjoy my cast, then please, by all means, do like it, and maybe even subscribe to my channel if you wish to see more. Also, please, leave a comment, I love reading them, and they are supporting me by quite a bit. And that's pretty much it, there's nothing else to add but save the game, and say thank you for watching, and I'll see you online.